this segment?
Oh, we got some hockey today.
Yeah.
Now, loyal viewers may kind of guess what type of hockey.
Stop giving the game away.
Okay,
baby.
fair enough. First quote. Right now, he's playing better than any quarterback has ever played. He's an MVP quarterback. Said Jaguars coach Doug Marrone about Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who his team will be facing on Sunday. Bo, if you were Blake Bortles, how would you feel hearing all of that?
Well, one thing that's there, Blake Bortles mic'd up the last game, and apparently he be talking a lot of noise in a way that, like,
spicier than I thought.
Yeah, like, look over your shoulder and see the name on the back, baby. Don't you know who you are? Now, if you're Blake Bortles and you hear this, if you're Blake Bortles, you know you're not playing as well as this dude is, right? You must be aware of the fact you're not playing that well. Maybe you look at him and say, you put me in that offense and I would be killing it too. I don't know, but where I am surprised, and I'm curious what you think about this, you don't really hear coaches go this far in talking about an opposing player. I wonder if he's trying to, like, light a fire under his defense to let them know the magnitude of what's out there.
I think there is some amount of genuine wonderment because Mahomes is this absurd, but I think it's also a lot of fluffing and ruffling. He is fluffing Mahomes because I think he's trying to goose him up, instill some sort of false confidence. Belichick likes to do that sometimes in press conferences, just over-compliment the other team. But the ruffling, he's not just trying to light a fire under Blake Bortles. He's trying to light a fire under those defensive backs. His defense, whom he knows listen to stuff that is said, and Jalen Ramsey, of course, would be, I think, the one recipient for said flame.
No, this is a fascinating matchup when you think about it. That Jaguars defense, probably the best defense that's in the league. And we talk about Jalen Ramsey and as good as he is at playing quarter. Yes, he is. There's a lot of dudes you got to check. Like, there is no one guy that you can really focus on. The Jalen Ramsey argument against Gronk was if you put a quarter on him and shuts him down. They got a tight end who does similar type stuff in Travis Kelce, but you can't really put a quarter on him because somebody's got to deal with Tyreek Hill. Somebody's got to deal with Kareem Hunt. I am really looking forward to this.
Yes, and Tyreek Hill is already out here saying to Jalen Ramsey, I'm not afraid of you. And I think he has an argument as good as Jalen Ramsey.
He's really fast. Next quote. His celebration was unnecessary. So I just let him know. Said Boston Bruins star Brad Marchand about the justice he laid on Lars Eller after Eller celebrated scoring a goal that put his team up 7-0 in the season opener. Let's watch this celebration to see if Marchand's actions were justified.
Let's.
All right, so here we go. That's the Eller guy right there. He scores. He gives a little fist pump action. I guess they're coming off the Stanley Cup, Right. And then he went and did the same thing in front of the Bruins and wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, we got a better angle of that because this is the kind of violence that we're allowed to, just act like it's okay.
Correct.
I do have to say, the celebration in front of the bench probably shouldn't have done that. Like, I think you get to you get to enjoy yourself for what you have done. He did go over there and put it up in their grills. I don't know what he thought the end result from that was going to be.
Well, the Marchand thing is interesting because the guy is a very skilled offensive player. He's an all-star, but he's also a guy who's given lickings to dudes in the playoffs. And when I say lickings, I mean he has actually dragged his tongue across their faces. He did that twice. And here, I will say, the veteran move that Marchand pulls off is that the first thing he removes is the helmet.
Yeah?
He cracks open that exoskeleton and gets all the way in on that lobster because you'll notice that he has his helmet right on. And once that is established as the ground from which you're fighting, that dude had no chance at all.
Well, I mean, he had no chance in this for one major reason. One guy wanted to fight way more than the other guy did. The most important variable in a fight is want to. And the dude who's a little salty has way more want to than the dude who's stunned.
Last quote. Do I get anything? Did I win? Do I get a bonus? Said Steven Adams when informed he was voted the toughest player in the NBA by NBA GMs in that poll that was released. Bo, I'd like to take a look at this man's resume of said toughness. Please.
And look, man, he seems to be, like, totally impervious to pain. Yeah, there's that.
It's really that's where you notice that.
Okay, I know. We noticed it way before that. We noticed it before the beard,
but
right?
This keeps happening.
Yeah, but see, those are like,
whoa!
These aren't even necessarily like the testaments to the toughness of him. It's dudes just like punching him in the face.
Yes.
Right? Like Zach Randolph has punched him in the face. Vince Carter has elbowed him in the face. And he never blinks on, and there's Zebo right there, gets him in the face.
Ooh,
and he just keeps it moving. There's Jay Crowder giving him the elbow right there, and then he just keeps it moving. Like, if you're going to be the guy that Steven Adams is, I guess you got to be willing to just keep it moving. And that's who he is.
He is somebody who I think must qualify, right? Not just as the toughest NBA player, but for some reason, the NBA player that all of those dudes want to hit.
Yes.
Like, there is something to being stoic, but there's also something to being the guy who's always there when some stuff is going down.
Well, I would also say, in all likelihood, Serge Ibaka, who's a fairly dirty player himself from time to time, you wind up being the dude getting hit in the inseam all the time when you're out here doing things to infuriate people. So at once, he may be the toughest guy in the league. There's also an argument that he is among the dirtiest, except it seems that the dirty things that are done to him are on another level.
Yes. That said, he does have like a gold tooth, doesn't he? He has that like weird pirate thing.
Stephen Gold Tooth Adams.
That's right.
Who he is. Apparently he's Tongan. Apparently they do that down there. I had no idea that Tonga had so much in common with Atlanta.
Tonga is in the Pacific. He is a Pacific Islander. Did I just learn that Steven Adams and I may technically both qualify as Pacific Islanders?
So basically what you're saying is you do poor research for your job.
What do you mean it's not working out, Craig? I mean, I just introduced you to my parents.
Craig and Sheila broke up. What? Really? Craig and Sheila broke up?